In this video, we're going to take a look at PAC Map 2.0, where we continue the work in program assessment curricular mapping at the course competency level. Let's take note of the structure. The first sheet is the CLO to PLO alignment, new for fall 2024. I'll go over the features of this sheet in a moment, but first I want to point out that the work you may have completed previously in PAC Map 1.0 is also included in this spreadsheet under the sheet titled PLO Assessment Plotting. If you did not complete the previous mapping, there are X's in many of the cells, whereas in this example, there are I's, R's, and M's in the cells, showing that faculty have completed the first level course to PLO mapping. The third sheet, titled Courses and CLOs, lists the courses in the program that are offered at CGCC, along with their corresponding course competencies, commonly known as Course Learning Outcomes, CLOs, in most higher education institutions. This terminology, CLOs, will be used throughout this form and the rest of the video. Moving back to the CLO to PLO alignment sheet, you will find the name of your program at the top of the sheet and in the spreadsheet title. The program learning outcomes, PLOs, are still listed in rows, and now they remain fixed as you scroll left to right. More information on the program and a place to note who is completing this work is now located below the PLOs. The courses remain arranged in columns from left to right. However, now each course is a heading for a sequence of columns corresponding to the CLOs for that course. Hovering over the number in the column will display a note with the description of that specific CLO copied from the course curriculum sheets found in the Maricopa Community College District Curriculum and Transfer Articulation website, commonly referred to as the CTLA. To check out that curriculum sheet, you can click on the course links. Let's talk more about the CLO to PLO alignment matrix. The dark gray cells and the M's in some cells were added based on information from PAC Map 1.0 and the program sheet in the CTLA. The M's represent the results of the PLO assessment plotting, where the last column specified the course in which you plan to assess that PLO along with the corresponding CLO. The work you will do on PAC Map 2.0 extends this alignment further. We did not transfer any of the I's, R's, or additional M's to this sheet because the previous work was at the course to PLO level. The work you will now do is more granular, aligning individual CLOs to each PLO. As you find these alignments, you will mark them in the matrix to reflect a more detailed map. So what about the darker gray areas? These areas were given a darker shade to indicate that the program sheet or the work completed in PAC Map 1.0 showed a lack of alignment between the courses and PLOs. You can verify your previous work by referring to the other sheet. And you can click on the link in the program name to review the program sheet on the CCTA website. Back to the alignment matrix. Each cell can be edited to contain only an I for introduced, an R for reinforced, or an M for mastered. These are the standard levels of alignment for mapping curriculum. Use an I to indicate that students are being introduced to the outcome. An R signifies that the outcome is reinforced, giving students opportunities to practice. And an M indicates that students have had enough practice and can now demonstrate mastery at degree exit level. The darker gray cells contain the same validation, and it is perfectly acceptable to include alignment mapping if you see a connection between the CLO and PLO. Finally, we know that you want to add notes. So to do that, you may utilize the notes area below the matrix or found in the last column of the matrix area. Please reach out to us in the CTLA for technical assistance and consult your SLOAC representative for more clarification and help. Thank you for doing this work. We appreciate your continued efforts and support to ensure effective assessment is a part of our culture at CGCC.